Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let me fix y'all properly. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Shanique Beckford. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm going to get straight into this video. But before I do, please make sure that you are subscribed. Go to the right side of your screen and hit that subscribe button. Turn the post notification bell on, so when I upload a video, you will be the first to be notified. If you enjoy this video, the content, make sure that you like. Get me to 50 likes. Just get me to 50 likes on this video, and make sure you comment down below. So without any further ado, based on the title of this video, you already know I'm going to be sharing a few signs that someone has a demonic possession, whether it's you or it's someone that you know. I'm going to share a few signs that will help you to identify someone that has a demonic possession or a evil spirit on the inside. The first sign of a demonic possession is compulsive sinning against your own will. If you are someone that you know has a struggle where they are constantly sinning, they're constantly falling into certain sinful activities, especially against your will, where you can't help it, you can't prevent it, there's nothing you can do to stop it, it could be a sign that there's a demonic possession or there's a evil spirit that is influencing this particular sin. For example, maybe you just can't stop fornicating, you just can't stop stealing, you can't stop killing, whatever sin it is. If there's a demonic spirit, a demonic force behind that's influencing this thing, then you will continue to sin compulsively without having any form of control over it. Number two, cycles of struggle or calamity. When you have a cycles of struggle or calamity where it's a recurring thing and there's nothing you can do about it, what do you mean cycles of calamity or cycles of struggle? I mean, it's just one thing after the next. You have an accident this week, next week you realize that you have a sickness. The doctor says you have developed a certain sickness. By the other week, you lose your job, your marriage is falling apart, then your children become sick. It's just a cycle. It's just one thing after the other, and it's like you can't catch a break. If you go to Job 3 and verse 25, you will find where Job was praying and talking to the Lord and saying, I hope that I'm not falling into this place where there's a calamity or an evil spirit that is influencing everything that's happening to me. Because if you remember the story of Job, he lost his house, his cattle, his wife, his children, his friends. Everything was being stripped from his life, and he was hoping and praying that this was not an evil spirit or a possession that happened, a demonic possession that happened, which is triggering the fact that he's losing everything. So if you realize that you're just having a series, an episode of bad things, crazy things happening in your life repeatedly, one after the other, you can this may be a sign that there's an evil spirit that is influencing these cycles of calamity or struggle. Next one is mental torment. Mental torment is a sign that there's a demonic possession or there's an evil spirit that's on the inside that needs to be casted out. What do I mean mental torment? Mental torment. Perhaps you're hearing constant voices. You're hearing voices with people telling you that you're not worth it. You're nobody. Nobody loves you. It makes no sense you live. You're not forgiven. You're a waste of time being on this earth. Nobody loves you, nobody cares about you. Might as well you die. You're ugly, you're unqualified, you'll never get married, no one will ever love you, no one will ever accept you. If you're going through a cycle or periods where you hear voices telling you all of these negative things, it is a sign that you need to be delivered, or the person that this thing is happening to, they need to be delivered. Remember, the Bible tells us that Saul was being tormented by an evil spirit. He had to call David to come and cast the spirit out. So this is a sign that is a demonic tormentation or there's a demonic possession that's happening in your life and you need to be delivered. Another sign of demonic possession is unhealthy obsessions. And I'm just listing a few of them. There are a lot that I could list, but I'm listing a few. Another sign is unhealthy obsessions. So if you find that all of a sudden or over a period of time you are developing an obsession for things that are not healthy, that does not enhance your faith in God, or doesn't enhance your physical well-being, mental health, being spiritual, or your well-being on a whole as a holistic person, then it could mean that there's a demonic possession. What kind of obsession do I mean? I mean, all of a sudden or over a period of time you find that you are obsessed with alcohol, you're obsessed with drugs, you're obsessed with pornography, you're obsessed with masturbation, perhaps you're obsessed with skulls. So if you have siblings, brothers or sisters who you realize that they're now obsessed with skulls, they're obsessed with charms, occultic stuff like horoscope, palm reading, crystal ball, all of that kind of stuff. Maybe they're into anything that has to do with blood, anything that has to do with the skulls and skeletals and all of that. So they will wear it on their clothes, they'll get jewelry with it, the eyes, the stars, all of those crazy stuff. If you know people who are coming into that thing, they're attracted to it, they're obsessed with it, the clothing has to do with it, they're in the houses, jewelry, then you can identify and you can realize by discernment that there must be a demonic possession or something that is taking place. Another sign of demonic possession is supernatural strengths or supernatural abilities. So there are persons, whenever someone is demonically possessed or demonic possessed, they oftentimes they develop a supernatural strength. So they become stronger, especially when the demonic spirit begins to surface or is agitated. They become extremely strong. I've done many deliverance cases before, and when the devil, the evil spirit is being agitated and they find that they're about to be cast out, whether it's a female or whether it's a male or whether it's a young child that you would look at and think that the person is feeble, we've had to get many men or very strong men or women in the church to hold that person. So if you can manage having at least 3-4 persons hold someone, because the demonic spirit within them is raging and becoming strong, it's a sign that someone is demonic possessed. Also, by having a demonic possession, it can also be the other way around, which means that they can also become extremely weak. So for no apparent reason, the person is just weak, they can't do anything for themselves, they're just weak and in a place of vulnerability. That's also a sign of demonic possession. And since I mentioned supernatural strength, I might as well add supernatural abilities. If you remember the young woman in the Bible that had the spirit of divination, when there's a demonic spirit, people are able to see things ahead or to know things that would not come by just by common knowledge or common awareness. So it's a sign of a demonic possession, and you can be aware of that.